Okay, we're going to keep within the theme of Rally Day today. If you were downstairs during the Sunday school hour, you would have seen people signing up for various ministries, signing up their children for Sunday school. And I wanted to do a sermon today about children. Basically, what is a child worth? I sent out some questions on the email prayer chain. These are really more application questions than Bible knowledge questions. But number one, why are our children so valuable to us? I know that's a profoundly simple question, but I want some feedback. Why are our children so valuable to the Lord, Lisa? Gift from the Lord? Okay, belong to us. Okay, Glenn. Oh, invest in them, yes. Okay. Well, there's somebody with no self-image problems, huh? Gee. Well. Excellent, excellent. Very. Unconditional love. Very good. They're a blank slate for good or for ill, but Leo? Okay, an extension of ourselves. Okay, if you had only two spiritual values you could pass on to your children, what would they be? Two things that you just wanted your children to absolutely know spiritually. Okay, know the Lord. Okay, put the Lord first, Glenn. Fear of the Lord. Jim? Faith. Okay, exercising faith. Dave? Okay, well, okay, excellent. Oh, good one. Patty again? Oh, obedience, okay. Debbie? Very good. Trusting God. He's good all the time. Now, if you had only two methods to pass on these values to your children, what would they be? Only two things that you could do to pass on those values. What would they be? Carol? Our example. Very good. Debbie? Sunday school and church. Tim? I hoped I'd get that answer. Tim? Read the Word. Pray. Evelyn? Okay. Oh, okay. Live the Word. Where have we heard that before? Huh? Our Sunday school motto. Okay, now this question is not, did not go out over the email because it came to me after we went to press. And I'm going to go from preaching to meddling on here. Now, I did give Kevin a heads up on this, and I hope a few of our teens would answer. But this is for the teens and the children, any one of you. You don't have to stand up. You can just answer in your seat like the adults have done. Do you feel valued by this church? And if you do, why? And if you don't, why not? I'm going to stick all our necks out on this one. Anybody brave enough to give an answer here? Anything you say, Kevin, will be used against you. Huh? Going once? Going twice? Okay, well, then let's get into the sermon here. Okay, what is a child worth? Get your handout out of the bulletin. Everybody knows our children are valuable. They're our hopes, they're our dreams for the future, they're a legacy we leave behind after we're gone. They represent, as someone has shared, the costliest investment we're going to make in our lives. And even in our culture, sad to say, with child abuse, abortion on demand, children are still, by and large, by most people, valued. And Jesus considered children precious and valuable. Matthew 18:10, he says, "See that you do not look down on one of these little ones. For I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven." Now, I don't know that you can prove as an adults we have guardian angels, but this verse certainly seems to prove as children we do, that they have some special link to God that maybe we don't have as adults. And then Matthew 19:14, he says, "Let the little children come to me. Do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those." You know, the disciples kind of figured, we're in the miracle business. We're in the adult business. We got 5,000 people to feed, crowds to preach to. We can't waste our time with little kids sitting on the master's lap. And Jesus said, no, that's what I came for as well. Then we, as a church, should recognize the value of children. A church without dirty diapers is on its way out. It might take 2 generations. It might take 1 generation for it to go out, but it's on its way out. I don't care how orthodox it is, how correct it is in its doctrine, how close it is to biblical-based Christianity. If it has no diapers in a nursery, it is on its way out. Amen. Children are eternal beings. They are going to live somewhere in heaven or hell for all eternity. And what we do now, well, we obviously can't make someone believe, and you can't make someone become a Christian. They have to choose that. Still, you can guide and direct and make it as easy as possible for them to come to the Lord. And they're going to carry the gospel to a generation and a day and age that you and I won't be alive to see. So I came up with 4 reasons why children are valuable. This is not exhaustive, but I think it's representative. The first, number 1, worth is determined by its creator, by who made it. Genesis 1:27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. They, as well as us, are image bearers of God. They think, they reason. My grandchildren are 3 and 3.5, and you can still see the little wheels turning in their head when they're thinking through on something, even at a 3.5-year-old. They have emotions, obviously, and they have a will. They have a choice to say yes and no to God. They have a choice to say yes and no to us, which is what makes parenting so difficult. Works of art are made valuable by the artist. A Rembrandt painting is valuable simply because a man named Rembrandt painted it. A Michelangelo sculpture, beyond being beautiful and well executed and done, is valuable simply because he was the one who sculpted it. I got this article out of, actually got a sample issue of World Magazine just this past week. It says a decade ago, this man named Rick Norgeson bought a box of glass plate photo negatives for $45 at a garage sale. Now, 10 years later, the Fresno, California man believes that the negatives are the work of the famed nature photographer Ansel Adams. The Fresno painter says appraisers in July estimated their value at $200 million. And he got it for $45. That's a pretty good deal. He said, when I heard that $200 million figure, I got a little weak. But others became suspicious. particularly 87-year-old Marlon Walton of Oakland, California, who says a few of the prints are either exact matches of photos or close enough to be from the same photo shoot taken by her long-deceased uncle, Earl Brooks. Some of Ansel Adams' former assistants say this proves the entire box is from Uncle Earl, but Norsegian disputes the claim. Depending on what that man can prove, he either has a box of glass negatives that is worth $45 or it's worth $200 million. And it has nothing to do with what the picture is about. It's who took the picture. A child is God's work of art. Psalm 100, verse 3, it says, we are the sheep of his pasture, and it's he that has made us, and not we ourselves. David in Psalm 139, you created my inmost being. You knit me together. In my mother's womb, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. It says, your works are wonderful. I know that full well, that we are a work of art by God, both inside and out. And you know, children were God's idea from the start. You know, he created Adam and Eve. He said, be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth. You got millions of acres, he says, to bring under cultivation here. I want you to transform the whole world into a Garden of Eden, but you're going to need some help doing that. So you need to be busy and have some children. And God liked human beings because they were the pinnacle of his creation. They are the only part of his creation besides angels that bear his image. Now, he could have created us a whole host like he did with angels. Angels aren't born. Angels don't die. There's never been more angels, never been less angels. They're just a bunch of angels, however many that is. Human beings, we go through